90% of engine breakdown is because of poor maintenance habits. Most people think they need the mechanic's help immediately when their engine isn't performing like it used to be, but that's far from true. Today, I'll reveal how to make your car run like new again without any major repairs, without wasting any time. Let's dive in, starting with car hack number 15. Spraying the throttle body. Spray throttle body cleaner directly on the valve. Scrub with an old toothbrush to break up the carbon deposits and let it dry completely before reassembling. This $6 fix can solve what feels like a $300 performance problem that mechanics love to charge you for. Here's the crazy part. Even a paper-thin layer of carbon buildup cuts airflow by 15%, which means your engine is literally suffocating and you don't even know it. Most people wait until their car is stumbling at idle or hesitating during acceleration. But cleaning it every 30,000 miles keeps your engine breathing like it's brand new. The results are immediate. Smoother idle, better throttle response, and improved fuel economy, all from 5 minutes of work that anyone can do in their driveway. But wait until you hear about this next essential maintenance that most people completely mess up. You'd be surprised by this next one. Car hack number 14. Change engine oil. Here's the most important thing you can do for your engine, and it's something 40% of drivers do wrong or skip entirely. Regular oil changes are literally the difference between an engine that lasts 200,000 miles and one that dies at 80,000. Let me explain why oil is so critical. It lubricates dozens of moving parts, reduces friction between metal surfaces, carries away heat from hot components, and removes contaminants before they can cause damage. Old oil turns into thick sludge that clogs passages, blocks oil pumps, and leaves your engine parts grinding against each other like sandpaper. Here's what mechanics actually recommend. Change oil every 5,000 miles for conventional oil, 7,500 for high-quality conventional, or follow your manual schedule religiously. The key is absolute consistency. One missed oil change can cause more internal damage than years of regular maintenance because sludge forms quickly and doesn't go away. Use the right oil viscosity for your engine, typically 5W30 or 0W20 for modern cars. And always replace the filter too. A dirty filter is like trying to breathe through a coffee filter. This simple habit literally extends your engine's life by 75% according to multiple automotive studies. Don't fall for extended oil change intervals unless you're using full synthetic. And even then, I'd rather change it early than risk thousands in engine damage. Your oil is your engine's lifeblood. Treat it that way. Speaking of regular maintenance, this next one is just as critical and most people ignore it until their car won't start. Car hack number 13. Replace spark plugs. You won't believe this, but worn spark plugs can rob your engine of 30% of its power and absolutely destroy your fuel economy without you even realizing what's happening. Here's how it works. Spark plugs create the electrical spark that ignites the fuel mixture in your cylinders. When they're worn out, you get weak ignition, incomplete combustion, misfires, and rough running that'll make your car feel like it's having a stroke. When they're really worn, the gap widens, the electrodes erode, and suddenly your engine is struggling to fire properly. This means unburned fuel goes out your exhaust pipe, taking your money with it. The fix is surprisingly simple. Replace them every 30,000 miles for copper plugs, 60,000 for platinum, or 100,000 for iridium, depending on what your manual specifies. Here's the bonus that'll blow your mind. New spark plugs can boost acceleration by 30%, improve fuel economy by 10%, and eliminate that annoying hesitation you've been dealing with. Look for warning signs like rough idle, hard starting, engine hesitation, or that check engine light that keeps coming on. For $20 to $50 in parts and maybe an hour of your time, you can make your engine run like it just rolled off the factory floor. Don't wait for complete failure, because when spark plugs die, they can damage expensive catalytic converters and oxygen sensors. But spark plugs need clean air to work properly, and this next tip ensures they get it. Car hack number 12. Replace air filter. Think you know air filters? Think again. Your engine is basically a giant air-breathing machine that needs 10,000 gallons of air for every gallon of fuel it burns. That air filter is its only protection against turning into an expensive dust collector. Here's what happens when you ignore it. A dirty filter restricts airflow like trying to run a marathon while breathing through a sock. This makes your engine work harder, burn more fuel, and produce less power. The contamination process starts immediately as your filter catches dust, pollen, dirt, and debris from the road. The simple solution that takes literally 5 minutes. Check your air filter every 15,000 miles and replace it when it looks dirty, dark, or clogged. It costs about $20 and requires no tools. Just pop the hood, find the rectangular or round housing near the engine, remove a few clips, and swap in the new filter. Here's the immediate payoff. A clean air filter can improve fuel economy by 10%, increase acceleration, and extend engine life by preventing abrasive particles from entering your cylinders. Visual inspection is key. If you can't see light through the filter, or it's visibly dirty with debris, it's time for replacement. Don't fall for expensive aftermarket filters that claim magical performance gains. The OEM paper filters work perfectly and cost a fraction of the price. Clean air is important, but so is clean fuel. And this next tip keeps contaminants out of your engine. You 100% won't believe this. Car hack number 11, replace fuel filter. Here's something you probably don't know that could save your engine from expensive damage. Your fuel filter is the unsung hero preventing dirt, water, rust, and debris from reaching your fuel injectors and engine. When it gets clogged, your engine literally starves for fuel, causing hesitation, stalling, poor acceleration, and potentially catastrophic fuel system damage that'll cost thousands to repair. Here's what mechanics actually recommend. Replace your fuel filter every 30,000, 40,000 miles, or immediately when you notice symptoms like hard starting, engine hesitation, or loss of power under load. The location varies dramatically. Some are easily accessible along the fuel lines under the hood, while others are inside the fuel tank requiring tank removal. This $30 to $50 part prevents expensive fuel injector damage that can cost $800 to $1,200 to repair. Modern gasoline contains more ethanol and additives than ever, which means more potential contaminants that can clog your system. Don't wait for symptoms, because a completely blocked filter can leave you stranded and potentially damage your fuel pump, which costs even more to replace. Signs of a failing filter include engine cutting out at highway speeds, rough idling, difficulty starting especially when the tank is low, and decreased fuel economy. Now here's where we separate the pros from the amateurs. This hack will shock you a lot. Car hack number 10, check cooling system. Let me tell you why this is absolutely critical. Overheating destroys engines faster than anything else, turning your reliable transportation into a $5,000 paperweight in minutes. Here's what you need to do religiously. Check coolant levels monthly and look for leaks under your car. The coolant should be clear and colorful, not rusty, contaminated, or filled with floating debris. If it looks like chocolate milk, you've got serious problems brewing. Replace coolant every 30,000, 50,000 miles depending on type, because old coolant loses its ability to prevent corrosion and regulate temperature. Here's the warning signs that'll save your engine. Overheating gauge climbing into the red sweet maple syrup smell from the engine bay, or white smoke billowing from your exhaust. A $100 coolant service beats a $3,000 engine replacement every single time. Also, check your radiator cap for proper pressure seal, inspect hoses for cracks or bulges, and test your thermostat during regular maintenance. Your cooling system is literally what keeps your engine from melting itself into scrap metal, so treat it with the respect it deserves. Trust me, this next one is just as important and will leave you stranded if you ignore it. If you find this video helpful, hit that like button. It will help our channel to grow and make more of these useful hacks. Stick till the end, because the number one tip would 100% make your car run like brand new. We got 9 more tips that'll definitely save you in expensive car repairs. Car hack number 9, inspect belts and hoses. Here's something that'll leave you stranded on the side of the highway at the worst possible moment. A broken belt or burst hose that you could have prevented with a simple visual inspection. Let me explain what to look for. Cracks, fraying, glazing, or squealing sounds from belts that indicate they're about to fail. For hoses, check for bulges, cracks, soft spots, or any signs of leakage around the clamps. Here's the critical timing. Replace belts every 60,000, 100,000 miles, and hoses every 4 to 5 years, regardless of appearance. The serpentine belt runs your alternator, power steering, and AC. When it breaks, you're immediately stuck with no power steering, no charging system, and no AC. Timing belts are even worse. If they break on an interference engine, you could face thousands in valve and piston damage. This $50 to $200 car maintenance prevents major breakdowns, and keeps you moving. Don't wait for the squealing sound, because that's often the last warning you'll get before complete failure. Professional mechanics can spot belt and hose problems during routine inspections, but learning to check them yourself gives you peace of mind. Here's a trick that keeps your engine breathing clean and running cool. This next is something you won't expect. Car hack number 8, clean engine bay. You'd be surprised how much a clean engine bay actually helps performance, longevity, and your wallet when it comes to maintenance costs. Here's why it matters more than you think. Dirt, grease, and grime trap heat around your engine, making it run hotter than designed. A clean engine runs cooler, performs better, and makes leaks much easier to spot before they become expensive problems. Here's how to do it safely. Use engine degreaser on a cool engine, never hot. Cover electrical components like the alternator and fuse box with plastic bags. Apply degreaser, scrub with a brush, and rinse carefully with low-pressure water. The benefits are immediate and real. Better cooling efficiency, easier maintenance, access, higher resale value, and the ability to spot problems early. Do this once a year and your engine will thank you. Plus, mechanics often charge less for services when they can actually see what they're working on, instead of fighting through layers of grime. A clean engine bay also makes you look like someone who actually cares about their car, which can be valuable when selling or trading in. Now here's something most people get completely wrong, and it's costing them money. You'd be amazed by this next hack that makes your engine run like new. Car hack number 7, use quality fuel. Here's what most people don't realize. Cheap gas can actually damage your engine over time and cost you more money in the long run than the few cents per gallon you're saving. The problem with discount fuel is that it contains more contaminants, fewer cleaning additives, and inconsistent octane ratings that can cause knock and poor performance. Some discount stations don't even have proper filtration systems, meaning you're pumping water and debris directly into your fuel tank. Here's the smart approach. Use top-tier gasoline from reputable stations like Shell, Chevron, or Exxon. These fuels contain extra detergents that actively clean your fuel system and prevent carbon buildup on intake valves and injectors. Also, critically important, use exactly the octane rating your manual recommends. Nothing more, nothing less. Higher octane isn't better if your engine doesn't need it, it's just more expensive. Lower octane can cause knock and damage. Good quality fuel prevents carbon buildup, keeps injectors clean, and ensures your engine runs exactly as the engineers intended. The few extra dollars per tank are cheap insurance against expensive fuel system repairs. Here's a simple check that prevents catastrophic failures. Car hack number 6, monitor fluid levels. Here's the harsh reality. Low fluids destroy engines, transmissions, and brake systems faster than almost anything else, often without warning until it's too late, and you're facing thousands in repairs. Check these fluids monthly without fail. Engine oil, coolant, brake fluid, power steering fluid, and transmission fluid. Each one serves a critical function, and running low on any of them can cause catastrophic damage in minutes. Here's what to look for beyond just levels. Proper fluid colors and consistency. Engine oil should be amber to black. Coolant should be clear and colorful. Brake fluid should be clear to light amber, and transmission fluid should be bright red or clear. Dark, dirty, or contaminated fluids need immediate changing. Low levels always indicate problems, either leaks that need immediate attention or consumption issues that require diagnosis. This 5-minute monthly check can prevent thousands in repairs and keep you safe on the road. Keep a rag and funnel in your car for easy checking, and never ignore dashboard warning lights. They're trying to save your engine from destroying itself. Here's something that really makes a difference, but most people completely forget about it. Car hack number 5, replace cabin filter. Here's one most people completely forget about. Your cabin air filter affects way more than just the air quality inside your car, and ignoring it can cost you hundreds in AC system repairs. When it gets completely clogged, your HVAC system has to work dramatically harder to pull air through the restriction. This puts extra strain on the blower motor, reduces airflow, and can cause the system to overheat and fail prematurely. The simple fix that takes 10 minutes. Replace it every 15,000 to 20,000 miles or annually, whichever comes first. It's usually located behind the glove box and requires no tools to change. Clean airflow reduces stress on your entire HVAC system. keeps you comfortable year-round, and prevents expensive blower motor failures. This $15 part can save you hundreds. In AC repairs down the road, look for reduced airflow, musty odors, or excessive dust in your car as signs it needs immediate replacement. Don't fall for expensive, premium cabin filters. The standard paper filters work perfectly fine and cost a fraction of the price. Now here's a habit that literally doubles engine life. This is one of the hack not many people know makes their engine perform better. Car hack number 4. Warm up properly. Here's what kills more engines than almost anything else. Driving hard before the engine reaches proper operating temperature, essentially destroying your engine, one cold start at a time. Let me explain the science. Cold oil is thick and doesn't flow properly, leaving critical engine parts without adequate lubrication during startup. Cold metal parts have tighter tolerances, creating more friction and wear during the first few minutes of operation. The right way to warm up: start your car and let it idle for just 30 seconds to get oil circulating. Then drive very gently until it reaches normal operating temperature. Don't let it idle for minutes, because that actually prevents proper warm-up and wastes fuel. Gentle driving for the first few miles allows the engine, transmission, and differential to gradually reach optimal temperature. This means no hard acceleration, no high RPMs, and no aggressive driving until everything is properly warmed up. This simple habit reduces wear exponentially and can literally double your engine's lifespan. Modern engines warm up faster than older ones, but the principle remains the same. Treat your engine gently until it's ready to work hard. Here's something that prevents thousands in damage if you catch it early. Car hack number 3. Fix small problems. Here's the absolute truth that separates smart car owners from those who face massive repair bills. Small problems always become expensive, catastrophic failures when ignored. That strange noise, rough idle dashboard warning light, or minor leak is your car literally begging for help before something major breaks. Every weird symptom is a cry for attention that could save you thousands if you listen. Address issues immediately and save yourself massive headaches later. Here's what mechanics see every day. Customers who ignored obvious warning signs until they face complete engine or transmission failure. A $50 diagnostic fee and minor repair can prevent a $5,000 catastrophe. Get professional diagnostic scans the moment any warning lights appear on your dashboard. Don't drive with overheating issues, oil pressure problems, or brake concerns. These can destroy your engine or put your life at risk. Learn to recognize the sounds your car makes when healthy, so you'll immediately notice when something changes. Your car is constantly communicating its condition. Learning to listen is one of the most valuable skills any car owner can develop. Before we reveal the top secret, here's something that separates cars that last 300,000 miles from those that die young. This next hack is something people ignore, but can save them thousands in car repairs. Car hack number 2. Follow maintenance schedule. Here's what absolutely separates cars that effortlessly reach 200,000 plus miles from those that start falling apart at 100,000. Religiously following the manufacturer's maintenance schedule without exception. The secret that manufacturers don't advertise is that these schedules are based on millions of dollars in testing and real-world data. They know exactly when each component typically fails and design the schedule to prevent problems before they occur. This includes everything: oil changes, filter replacements, fluid changes, belt and hose inspections, and major services at specific intervals. Skipping even one scheduled service can trigger a cascade of problems that lead to major failures. Keep detailed records of every service performed, including dates, mileage, and what was done. This documentation proves proper maintenance for warranty claims and significantly increases resale value. Many people try to save money by skipping services, but this always costs more in the long run through premature failures and shortened vehicle life. The maintenance schedule is your roadmap to reliable transportation. Follow it religiously, and your car will reward you with decades of trouble-free service. And now, the number 1 secret that keeps engines running strong for decades. Car hack number 1. Drive smart daily. Here's the ultimate secret that costs absolutely nothing, but determines whether your engine lasts 100,000 miles or 300,000 miles. How you drive every single day. Avoid these engine killers at all costs. Jackrabbit starts from red lights, flooring the accelerator when the engine is cold, running at high RPMs constantly, and excessive idling that just wastes fuel and creates carbon buildup. Instead, develop these engine-saving habits. Accelerate gradually and smoothly. Maintain steady highway speeds whenever possible. Use cruise control to reduce throttle variations, and combine short trips to reduce the number of cold starts your engine endures. Short trips are harder on engines than long highway drives, because engines never reach optimal operating temperature. Highway driving is actually beneficial. It burns off carbon deposits, reaches proper operating temperature, and allows all fluids to circulate properly. This costs absolutely nothing but adds literally years to your engine's life and saves thousands in repairs. Good driving habits are worth more than any expensive additive, premium fuel, or aftermarket modification you could ever buy. Your right foot controls your engine's destiny. Use it wisely, and your car will reward you with reliable, economical transportation for decades to come. There you have it. Which tip surprised you most? Have you been skipping any of these basics? Drop a comment down below, I'll be reading them. Talking about making your engine last longer, did you know there are tips that can help you to be a better driver and make your car run better? Well, click this video. I promise you will not regret it.